The rise or fall of jet fuel prices dramatically has great impact on the equation of airline business models. In the past, the rise on the global space led to an unprecedented demand for more efficient aircraft. And now the recent steep fall has the potential to change the equation again. Here in Nigeria, aviation fuel has never been that cheap. According to airlines, the cost has almost never left room for profits. On this edition of the program, aviation fuel, its supply and effects on the airline industry is our interest. Thanks for joining us on Aviation this week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi.
Aviation fuel, otherwise called Jet A1, is a specialized type of petroleum-based product used to power aircrafts. It accounts for over 40% of airlines' operating costs. Worldwide demand of jet fuel has been steadily increasing since 1980. Consumption more than tripled in 30 years, from 1.84 million barrels per day in 1980 to about 5.2 million barrels per day in 2010. Around 30% of the worldwide consumption of jet fuel is in the United States. In Nigeria, Jet A1 is 100% imported and subject to the fluctuation of the foreign exchange market. In the last 12 months, aviation fuel has steadily climbed from 104 to 240 naira per litre in Lagos. In the northern part of the country, the product sells for as high as 250 to 270 naira per litre. This impacts greatly on the cost of flight tickets for both domestic and international flights. Airlines operating in Nigeria usually face difficulties obtaining aviation fuel at the right price and in the quantity demanded. The hardest hit are the domestic carriers that do not have the choice of flying across to other countries and can stop at neighboring Aviation in Ivory Coast, Accra in Ghana, or Yaoundé in Cameroon to obtain the product at the right price.
The last time I went to London, we flew in Kano. I was a passenger on the flight. And, these are disruptions. And on that flight, I even tried to explain to passengers, it costs more to buy fuel in Kano. So why would we come to Kano to buy? But if we cannot get it in Lagos, we'll decide to land in Kano or go to Gabon or any other place to buy, just to make sure that at least we're able to sustain operations and not cancel these flights.
Nigerian airlines need an average of 1.6 million litres of fuel a day, while international carriers and private jet operators require about 800,000 litres a day, but less than that volume is sometimes imported. Most oil marketers attribute the high price of the products to the exchange rate of the naira, plus the other arbitrary charges that come with landing of the fuel. There is also a distribution challenge, as the discharging of vessels bringing Jet A1 and other petroleum products is done in the same jetty, and loading various trucks for distribution to cities like Kano or Abuja takes considerable effort and time. The situation in the north is even more difficult, since the product takes longer to be delivered owing to the trucking distance. Even when the fuel is available, the cost is an issue to airlines owing to the cash and carry policy of marketers.
What the marketers are saying, which quote and unquote, is that they don't have the access to forex. Some of them have locked up their money based on the government's project of future or forward transaction, which the CBN has introduced. So you keep someone's money for 2 months, and you give an expectation that you get this dollar at the CBN rate, and the dollar is not available. So they are forced to go to the other external colleague, that is other oil company, to source for this currency at a very high price, 475 or whatever figure they can get it, and now import the same fuel at a very high price.
Many passengers and airlines alike will be looking forward to a stable supply of aviation fuel that will not just eliminate delay and cancellation queues, but also provide room for airline profitability.